We're gonna do a song that you never heard before. The volume. Here they come again, wicked. Here we go again.
Yo, do not adjust your dials. This is the Slash Brotherz Podcast. You know it's your boy, Ace Kennedy. And, of course, we are at a special edition of the Slash Brotherz Podcast because I got the other Slash brother, my brother from another, my road dog, my basic training buddy. You know what I'm saying? What's going on, Mr. Bad Guy? What's good with you, brother?
I am black, y'all. Black, y'all. I'm black, black, y'all.
That's right.
Happy Juneteenth.
Hey, you see what I'm sporting over here.
Right on, Black Captain America, baby.
Right, that's right. Yeah.
Great minds think alike. Sometimes they might think we coordinated this.
Nah.
I seen 2 seconds for y'all did, I promise.
Yeah. No, it's all love, man. And yo, you know the routine, man. Y'all post your comments. We will have another special guest, hopefully joining us this evening. And we got so much to talk about, man. We got so much to talk about. Before we get into it, yo, let's kick that music off.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what your name is.
The Slash Brotherz Podcast, the greatest podcast of all time. The Slash Brotherz Podcast, the greatest podcast.
If you
of
smell
all time.
what the rock.
The Slash Brotherz Podcast, the greatest podcast of all time.
Try Jesus, not me. 'Cause I throw hands. Try Jesus, please don't try me. Because I'm fine.
Yes, sir.
I love it.
So, man, with this Father's Day thing coming up, we got, obviously we're gonna talk about Juneteenth. Father's Day is coming up.
Yeah.
Is the women gonna get it right this year, bro?
So, me and you've been together since 99.
Mm-hmm.
We were together before we were fathers.
That's right.
We've been making this joke before we were fathers, right?
Right, 100.
We've been making this joke before we were fathers. I want to put that out there. I don't want people to think that we are fathers, and now that we're fathers, we're complaining because we're fathers. No,
Yeah.
We watched our fathers and our grandfathers and our uncles not have a good Father's Day for years.
Yeah.
Can I get an amen?
Amen. Because it's one of them things. It's like I don't know if it's an afterthought or, even going back into the whole mantra of happy wife, happy life. It's just something about not taking care of men. And I don't know what it is. And don't get me wrong. I understand, ladies, don't come at me in the comments. There are women that 100% take care of their men. And for those that do, salute. But what we're talking about, mass majority of when it comes to Father's Day, I don't see any Father's Day commercials popping up. I don't see any Father's Day specials jumping off. It's a lot, man. So it's just like, where's the stock in fathers? You know what I'm saying? Because let a father not be there, then it's a whole different conversation.
We hear about it all day. We hear about it all day.
100%.
So I want to take a little different approach than I've been taking. I'm usually the straight guy when we tell this joke. I'm usually on the sister side when me and Ahmad do this joke. We've been doing this joke since 99, y'all. We're not joking. We've been talking about this, okay? And I usually got the sisters back. You know, hey, there wasn't that many fathers around back then. You know, we talked about things, me and Ma, we laughed about it. And we say, hey, our community, who's a good father? Who deserves Father's Day? Well, I can say that was in 99. Since then, I know all my friends are great fathers.
Right. The circle we run with is definitely tight when it comes.
Hey, hands down, great fathers.
Some of the greatest fathers I know.
Man, personally, I'm a single father. You know, it's a real deal. I was a single father before it was cool. I was a single father before we was getting child support. Think about that. So what I'm saying is, I hope every father gets the type of Father's Day that I get, because I get a great Father's Day, but I got a lot of kids. So depending on, not all my baby's mamas do what they're supposed to do, but that's a whole other conversation for another story.
Yeah.
Back to fathers not getting the appreciation that they do deserve. Now, the reality is what do you fathers want out there? What do y'all want? Do y'all want manicures?
It's funny that you said it, because there was a great friend of mine that posted something. I want to pull it up because she definitely put something out there that I wanted to respond to, but I'm like, you know what? You ain't got to respond to everything. But she says, Miss, let me see. It's you know how it is, internet boy. I swear. But so Miss Kimball says, listen, fathers, if we ask y'all what y'all want and you don't give no real answers, don't complain about commercials or cookouts. Closed mouths don't get fed. Love y'all. And I'm thinking, like, at first, I kind of see where she's coming from, but then it's just like, now don't y'all women know y'all man to know what they want?
I'm gonna tell you right now, if I gave the same excuse for my woman, it wouldn't fly.
100%.
It wouldn't fly.
No, it wouldn't fly, because we supposed to know.
Hey, and look, if we don't know, we better make a hypothetical guess. I mean, first off, I didn't tell you I wanted nothing, but I want the house clean. I want to make sure I ain't got to cook today. Just there's certain things that women know on Mother's Day I better not have to do. There's certain rules, and I'm just talking from the fathers that I know that are with the mothers, blah, blah, blah. There's certain things that women, hey, on Mother's Day, if I have to do these things, there's going to be a problem.
It's going to be a problem. It's going to be a problem.
So on Father's Day, I ask all the brothers out there to make sure y'all are very aware of what you should automatically have.
Mm-hmm.
Things that fathers that are fathers, they're in a home where there are people that should appreciate them as fathers. There's certain things that they shouldn't have to worry about doing. Now, I don't want to talk about it. I'm going to turn it back to Amai, because somebody might think I'm bragging if I get to telling y'all. I don't have to worry about it.
So basically, you saying you blessed, brother. That's what you're saying.
I am blessed and highly favored, and not for good. That's how you know God loves everybody, because I don't deserve it. I am, compared to the fathers on this screen, I am nowhere near the best. You dig what I'm talking about?
Nah, you doing your thing, bro. You doing your thing. But speaking of fathers, somebody I know is trying to make sure that their Father's Day goes hard, and that's Mr. Nick Cannon, bro. Nick Cannon is expecting his 7th child, having had 4 kids within the last 6 months with 3 different women. He's welcomed 2 twin boys on Monday, 6 months after welcoming a daughter. And then, so yeah, this boy Nick Cannon out here living his best life, bro.
Being a father,
mm-hmm.
very costly. Okay.
Yeah.
I make okay money. We talked about this. You can go back to all the shows. Depending on the topic, I'm usually bragging because I'm a little country boy that makes $2 more than he ever expected.
Mm-hmm. With
that being said, I've graduated. TJ Joshua just graduated. Just like Deuce Kennedy just graduated this year. Go ahead. So we getting down to the low numbers, meaning we only got 1 or 2 up to bat.
Well, look, Samaya Bowie graduated.
Samaya, your uncle loves you, baby. I'm sorry,
I I know it's just like when you
She's
grow up.
grown. Hey, look, I'm gonna tell you the truth. I thought she was already in college. Samaya's too grown sometimes.
She is very, very much grown. Very much grown. But this boy Nick Cannon out here, bro. He he got that. He did. I mean, I got a 5-year-old, so I'm like, Tapton, how old is Tap?
Tap's 12 years old. Tapton is going into 7th grade, junior high in most places. Okay.
Yeah.
Hey man, I'm on the down slope.
Well, see, I still got 2 13-year-olds too.
Well, see, I tried to talk to you when you started that. You wouldn't listen.
I mean, you followed me up, and then I came right back behind you.
Right.
I ain't gonna one up you no more. I'm letting you go ahead.
I was gonna say you look more like Nick Cannon than I do.
Listen, man, I love me some Charlie, bro. She keeps me.
Hey, I just look on another note. I went to the VA today. I said my knee hurts. They said why? I said I don't know because I'm old. It's just there's no reason. See, and Nick Cannon is our age, bro. What's Nick Cannon? 42.
Yeah, but Nick Cannon got that Nick Cannon money too, so there's a lot of things he gonna be skipping out on, bro.
Well, yeah, you're exactly right.
Yeah, Nick Cannon got that long money. I mean, he got Wild 'N Out back. You know what I'm saying? He's still the Masked Singer. And then, all of his investments and other ventures he has artists. He still has incredible beats.
He is the Magic Johnson. He is the Magic Johnson of hip hop.
Yeah. So I shout out to Nick. Ain't no hate over here, brother. Hey, because I'm gonna be honest, Chris. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna go ahead and say it. And I actually told Sarah this, right? If there was still a possibility for us to have children, I would have had another one. But the factory is shut down, so there's that possibility is not there. But if it had been a possibility, I could see me having it.
So that's why I appreciate your friendship and your honesty, my brother, because I am so selfish. Tapton, you are, for the fans that don't know, for the people that turn into the podcast, it looks like I'm a great father. Tapton Curtis Weston is 12 years old. Y'all have to understand, when I found out I was having Tapton, the youngest kid before him was just getting out of daycare. You understand that? I was about to not have to pay a daycare bill no more. And then as soon as I wrote the last daycare check, I found out I had Tapton. Right? It's a beautiful thing. I got to use my grandfather's name. Now everybody knows who Tapton Weston is, blah, blah, blah. It's beautiful. And he's a great little boy. He's going to be the greatest little something. Who knows? Because I'm great at raising kids. But that being said, Tapton was not planned. If they got to give me a redraw at the dice to throw again, Tapton knows his name. Come on, motorcycle. I wanted a motorcycle. Where did this baby come from? I wanted to be done with my responsibilities. So when you say you was ready to be a father again, man, I salute you. Nick Cannon, I salute you. Because in the words of the great Richard Pryor, we got to have somebody here to take over.
Yeah. Well, I think we done our part. We got a lot of players in the game, so I think we have definitely done our part. So I definitely am passing the torch. I have a grandbaby already, and so I'm early in that game too. So
yeah, hey, look, I didn't ever think you was going to beat me there. Let's clear this up.
Well, I didn't know I was going to beat you there. Let's clear that up.
Man, I just knew I was going to be the first grandfather out.
I thought so too.
Hey, you're amazing. What is next on the topic?
I had to win in something. You got you had your bachelor's first. I had to come behind you, and then you wanted to go and get your master's. I ain't got time to be trying to chase you all my life.
Hey, man, you make me look good, I make you look good. Speaking of that, and just in case y'all wondering why the bad guy's on your screen,
yeah,
the big chief, I call him chief. He's out spoiling the research department. If y'all didn't know, the research department has been around the sun amount of times, and I'm not going to say it because it's not my business.
It's posted. It's posted. She turned 40, so she out there doing her best.
And she's in Miami, Fort Lauderdale, Miami. down there.
I think they went to Cancun.
Man, I got too many people turning 40. Everybody celebrating.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. Unlike Miss
Venus, I seen them headshots. She took them headshots. She was taking that tequila headshot, and I was gone. I didn't know. I thought I'd seen the club before. I
haven't done the whole rest of the trip. The whole rest of the time I was there. I can't even smell liquor without getting towed up. I can't do liquor, bro.
So for all the fans that are all the Chief Charles Venus fans, he is out taking care of the research department, bringing her into the 40 club.
Yeah. Out there celebrating. Man. Apparently it looks like that Nipsey is going to get his star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. How you feel about that?
I want to be very careful when I say this.
Mm-hmm. I think I know where you're going. Go ahead with it though.
Nipsey did a lot in his time he was here.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, we're leaving June. The great Tupac birthday comes up, right? 25-year-old. What was Nipsey? Nipsey's what, 28?
I couldn't call it.
We ain't got the research department. We have to look somebody up. All I'm saying is Nipsey did some great stuff. He reunited some hoods. But when we look at what the Stars of Fame really mean, hey, I hope it's worth it. At the end of the day, all I'm going to say is I love everything that young brother did. It was beautiful. I don't know what it really takes to get your Star of Fame, your star on the Walk of Fame. Snoop just got it the other day.
Mm-hmm.
Snoop just got it. And we know what Snoop's done. Okay? I'm not taking away from Nipsey. I'm just saying Snoop just got it. Okay? Nipsey, I don't want your death to be bigger than what you are.
Well, that's one of the things. Like, I'm wondering, like, was this planned before he died, or was this something that was in the works already? Because yes, he has done a lot. He's a philanthropist. He is an entrepreneur. He's obviously a music mogul. He's done a lot.
He's very inspiring. There's young children today that I talk, and like I say, they quote Nipsey the way that I would quote Pac. Mm-hmm. He's very inspiring. Like I say, and I don't want it. All I'm saying is, I hope at the end of the day, we remember Nipsey the way we're supposed to, and not because he got killed. I want to make sure. I hope that Nipsey stars because of Nipsey, and not because Black Lives Matter is the hot thing now.
Yeah. No, I get that. I get that, and like I said, I am not taking anything away from him because it's happening, and I'm not disappointed in it at all. But like I said, like you said, and like we both just talked about, it's one of those things that I hope this was something that was in the works prior to his death, because that is definitely one of those things where it's like making sure you receive your flowers while you can still smell them, and I just think that it is unfortunate what happened. And I'm glad that his kids get to live through that legacy. But yeah, that was kind of my thought process on that.
Right. So congratulations to Nipsey from the Slash Brotherz. We love you. We're glad it helps. And again, I hope it's because of you, my brother Nipsey, not someone else's agenda to appease the masses. Good job. Congratulations, Nipsey.
Congrats.
Oh man.
So, we had a conversation. It was a topic of discussion. There was a gentleman that posted that said, he says, "Dear LGBTQ, if you don't want to be treated differently for being gay, then stop acting like being gay somehow makes you special. Your sexual orientation is neither an achievement nor a holiday. You have not accomplished anything simply by being attracted to one sex or the other." And we had some back and forth about it, as we always do with our show notes. Yeah. And so kind of wanted to kind of recap that conversation and get your thoughts on it, because I know we were kind of in two separate places.
Oh, yeah. All coming from the same heart, all coming from the same love. I love the Slash Brothers that y'all may never meet, y'all may never see on Slash Brothers, but we kind of like Wu-Tang. we did. We're great brothers that come together. There's some sisters in there too. Shout out. I don't even want to hear nothing. But we do sit back and we do talk about worldly things before we bring it to the screen to talk to y'all if it's value enough. Speaking of it, look who's coming in. There he goes.
Hey.
You never know. There's so many of us. You never know who represents the Slash Brothers.
Yo,
So,
Mark.
What's happening, fellas? What's happening?
Oh man, we just jumped into the last great discussion we had behind the scenes with the homies about the LGBT community.
Yo, Mike, got two, Mark.
Give me a sip.
So I'm giving my thoughts on that.
That better?
Now you can turn it down some more. It's hot.
We good?
Just pull your mic thing away a little bit. Yeah, try that.
Let's roll.
All right, that's gonna work. So yeah, basically, we just recapping the conversation we had offline about the young man who posted about the LGBTQ as far as like that type of information as far as what they should be receiving based upon their sexual orientation.
So before you get in here, I was about to give my little recap. All I was saying was I understand what he's saying. It was a level playing field and everybody's equal. Blacks, whites, Chinese, Mexicans, gays, whatever. We're all equal. So what you like penises? So what you like girls? So if we were coming from that level playing field, I would agree with this brother. However, given the fact that I know that gay people just really got to step out in the light yesterday. They literally just got the right to marry the day before that. You see what I'm saying? There's still laws on the book that you have to come and say, hey, no, you're not allowed to tell this man this or that. So, they are kind of special because, hey, guess what? They're standing up for who they are. So when you say, hey, I don't give a fuck who you are, just sit down and color, you say, hold on, motherfucker. I just got here. Y'all been here. Y'all been doing, excuse my cussing. Y'all been being straight. Y'all been celebrating. So now I do want to celebrate, and I might celebrate a little bit more because I've been hiding it for so long. And just like the first black president just happened, what happens when it's the first gay president? So they get the right to celebrate. Mind you, we are just now celebrating officially Juneteenth, Texas brothers. So we know what it feels like to just now get your flowers. So when we tell the young gay brothers and sisters, shut up, sit down, okay, you're gay, everybody accepts you. You say, are you sure? I want to make sure. I want to be in his face. I want to be in her face. I want to make sure everybody knows that I'm accepted. So I appreciate it because, believe me, I love being black. I love making sure everybody knows, no, I'm here. Chris, we know you're black. Sit down. Wait on. Just make sure. Let me do this Roger Rabbit real quick. Let me make sure y'all know who I am. That's the way gay brothers feel when they say, hey, James Baldwin was one of us. Y'all, there's a lot of founding fathers in this American diaspora that I need y'all to know that no, gay brothers was there too. Gay sisters was there too. So make sure you give us our flowers. So when someone says, all right, gay people, we get it. You're gay. Sit down. I say, nah, man, give him the mic. He ain't had the mic long enough. That's my thoughts.
What you think, Mark?
I was waiting to see where you was at with it.
All right. Well, basically,
I really ain't got too much to say.
I honestly didn't take it as out the window. Like I wish Chief was here to kind of express his feelings. I didn't take it as him jumping out the window like that. I took it as him just basically saying, like, you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, we're talking about sexual orientation here. We're not talking about skin color. We're not talking about I get it. There are rights that were just received for people that are in that category. But I think when he's saying like, hey, we don't, none of us get trophies for who we sleep with. You know what I'm saying? It's one of those things that's the way that I looked at it. It's just like, hey, what's up?
The only problem you can't say that is because we also never got beaten or killed for who we chose to sleep with. You can't just overlook what they went through to be them.
No, not overlooking.
So if you were ever prosecuted for who you slept with, then now that you're allowed to sleep with said person, you might want to celebrate. And
No. Not overlooking. But see, let's get one thing straight from the get go. Like all my life, I've been around people who are gay. So you know what I'm saying. That's never been a thing for me. The other thing is, I have no issue with Pride Month, with representation being on TV. None of that. I just understood what I took from what he said. I didn't see an issue with it, and that's the only thing that I'm saying. And we talked about this earlier, not today, but like on a previous episode where it was talking about like the Rugrats, right? So the new Rugrats that just came out, now the twins' mom is a gay woman, gay single mom. And I was just like, listen, again, I have nothing against representation, but why not just add a new character and make it that?
Hey man, because if you go back to Rugrats when we was kids, she's always a gay single mom. They just didn't have
the dad was there.
No, exactly, but he was literally a pushover. He's exactly with a beard. He's the definition of a beard. You see what I'm saying? If you look at what Rugrats really was, they was literally trying to tell you, no, this type of woman exists. This type of woman exists. And I know a lot of gay moms that relate to her, the Rugrat that we grew up with. And all I'm saying is, when you say, hey, you don't have a problem, I agree. The average American citizen doesn't have a problem. But when there are policies, when there are laws against your way of living, we got to look at it, and I got to give you credit like you made it this far. There were literally laws against you being you. So I got to support you that you made it past being illegal. There was a time when being gay was illegal. They told you were crazy. You see what I'm saying? So when we say, hey, you're gay, that doesn't matter to me. I say, cool, I don't think he's talking to you. Get out the way. He's talking to the government. You see what I'm saying? So when I say I'm an ally to the gay brother or sister, I'm not saying, hey, yeah, do you? I'm saying, no, man, the law shouldn't stop you from being you. So when you're out here and you got to protest, any given way you want to call it, make sure motherfuckers know who you are. I'm gay. Watch your mouth when you talk about your little nephew that you think's gay, because you might be talking about me. That's still going on. So when someone wants to be proudly gay, I clap for them, because my black pride is loud. I know how loud I get with my black pride. So now that you got gay pride, man, go for it, bro. Jump on the rainbow trampoline. Let the world know you're here. And when you say, man, I dig that, but that ain't got nothing to do with me, I say, I know it don't. Now move out the way. There's no reason for you to make a post about it. You see what I'm saying? We start to look like some of these little American boys that feel like they're being forgotten. And those American boys are usually entitled because America was supposedly made for them. And now they're upset because the blacks and the gays and the Mexicans are having their day. And they
But if you do all that, Christoph, then what about the people you have that want to preach about their religion, but you step on them and you muzzle them? What about those people?
This is the thing. Does your religion attack other people? Now, if your religion is attacking other people, you should keep the attack quiet. Do your religion, but when your religion says all blacks should be this, oh, I'm coming for your religion. Because if you're attacking me with your religion, then I'm coming for you. I'm a very religious man. I believe in the word. There are certain things that I do not agree with that people do. There's certain things that I do that I don't agree with that I do. But guess what? That's between me and my God. So when I say that my religion should dictate how you live, well, first, you should say, brother, I'm not a part of your religion. So I think anybody that has a religion that
I think that plays into what you're talking about with the LGBTQRZ thing and every other thing. Everybody feels how they feel about their own thing, but certain things get to voice their opinions and not hear anything about it, and some things do. It's like everybody's taking their turn.
I say again, is it against the law to be religious? It was against the law to be gay. That's all I'm saying. It was against the law to be gay.
But you could be gay in school now. You can't be religious in school.
So religion, you could be gay because that's who you are. You're religious. Didn't nobody stop you from praying. They stopped the teacher from leading prayer. There's two different things. It's two different things. You can go to school and pray. You can go to school and read your Bible. Nobody's stopping that. They are stopping teachers. They're stopping the government from leading said prayer. That's all. See, and then certain religion people say, oh my God, we can't pray in schools. Yes, you can. I prayed at the flagpole the last 6 years of my public education. Then I moved to Oklahoma where my kids went to school and dropped them off earlier. I had some donuts and we stood for the Pledge of Allegiance and they prayed. Now, nobody led it. They said, we're going to take time to reflect. You got 20 seconds to say a prayer, have a moment to meditate, blah, blah, blah. That's what Oklahoma did. So no, religion isn't taken out of school. It's just we're not here to teach religion. Now, at the same time, I don't want you to teach gay, if that makes sense. I don't want you to teach gay. I'm not here for you to teach. It makes
a lot of sense.
You know what I'm saying?
So we'll transition in, fellas. We are officially celebrating a holiday which we have celebrated for years. I myself have done performances representing this particular holiday, and it has been signed. I got a text message from my boss said, hey, we won't see you until Monday because of Juneteenth. And this is historic. It's huge. And like you said, us being from Texas, and Chris, you spent obviously a lot of time in Texas to know what Juneteenth was. Fellas, what are we doing about this, brother? Like what this is huge.
Take it, Branch.
I mean, like you said, it's huge, and it's even more huge to me the more I'm learning about this, to find out that Miss Opal Lee, congratulations and thank you very much for all you did for this. To find out that she's right here, 7 minutes. 7 minutes from my very own home is where Miss Opal Lee lives, right here in Fort Worth.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, it was amazing to find out. I've only known for about 24, 48 hours. And, I'm just excited. I can't wait to get out there with her tomorrow. Me and my family have chosen to go walk with her to the courthouse. She's going to have a breakfast at 8 o'clock and a walk at 10 a.m. Anybody in the DFW area that wants to meet with us will be on Evans Avenue. You can't miss us. And we'll end up at the courthouse downtown.
Amen.
That's awesome, bro. And it's funny. It's not funny, but what's crazy is because a lot of people are just finding out about the massacre that happened in Tulsa, Oklahoma. And so we're getting that. And then now a lot of people are finding out about Juneteenth. Obviously, when you tell somebody they have a day off, do they really care? Probably not. But the fact that I did see people asking questions like, well, what is Juneteenth? And why do we have this off? I mean, it's one of those things, especially when we just got done talking about how they are trying to vote out the taking stuff out of the curriculums for people learning about slavery and this, that, and the other. And we look and we fast forward 50 years from now, our kids will not know what happened if we don't keep that stuff in our history. So the fact that we have this to reference and to celebrate, it is definitely a step in the right direction to where we can have this to celebrate. And so it is an incredible thing to be actually celebrating it this year nationwide versus just us acknowledging as Black people about Juneteenth. So that it is awesome. It is something. And I'm grateful that Biden and his team did sign off on that. And here we are.
So I'm going to be the odd man now. I love Juneteenth. I'm so excited.
And can't forget the Senate before you go, Chris. Can't forget the Senate. I appreciate you guys.
All right, love it. It's needed. It's great. Black people. They gave you a holiday. This is the second holiday we've got. We got Dr. King, right? And now we got Juneteenth. We are literally being represented as part of the American diaspora, meaning we are a part of this. There's certain things that they're going to have to talk about, and Juneteenth is beautiful. The history of Juneteenth, the 2 years after the Emancipation Proclamation, Civil War, and people are still working as slaves to help the top 10% still make their quota so they don't lose any money. Let's clear this up. America is a very capitalistic society. And we as Black people have still made it to the top to make sure they remember that, hey, we were part of this. I say all that to say the shirt I have on wasn't bought for Juneteenth. I've had this shirt for almost 7 years. I have several that look a lot like it because I am Black history. I've been trying to explain to people that the Black people that walk around here are more American than most of your grandparents, because most of your grandparents came over here in the 1920s and 30s. We've been here. You see what I'm saying? We are American. And I say that to say I have ran into a few people that do not like Juneteenth. They're very upset that Juneteenth is the thing. That, hey, we got 4th of July. Why are we celebrating Juneteenth? It doesn't make sense to me. Oh my God, give them their holiday. And then I have to tell some of my brothers, it's not my holiday, brother. It's our holiday. We're Americans. And that's the dope part of being American, meaning the Civil War happened. Nobody else had to come in and tell us that we were mistreating our civilians. That, hey, he's a man and she's a woman too. We self-corrected. You see what I'm saying? That's why Juneteenth is such a dope thing to me, because not only did we stop with our democracy in the 4th of July, we kept it going all the way a couple more years, and we got to get them too. Come on. And you know, as you follow America, we as Black people and we as immigrants and we as other people, women, a lot of people like to forget, a lot of white women like to forget that y'all was citizens after me, meaning the Black slave could vote before the white woman can. But we as Americans, we self-correct and we realize that, hey, we're not doing right. We're not doing the best. But we self-correct. We can identify the speck in our eye. And I love that, right? So now that we have Juneteenth, I hope we keep celebrating, but I hope it opens up the door for more conversations, which leads us right to Tulsa, which means HBO. Thank you, HBO. At the same time, I'm thanking the Senate and I'm thanking Joe Biden. I'm thanking HBO because HBO had 2 shows. 2 shows that made sure America knew about the Tulsa massacre.
But you know what's funny is what kind of sparked that. And I'm not saying that these things weren't in the works prior to it, but a lot of people were introduced to it by Watchmen.
Come on, that's HBO, baby.
Yeah.
HBO is Watchmen.
Yeah.
And then Lovecraft Country.
Yep.
Lovecraft, that's what I said. 2 shows. HBO had 2 shows.
Yeah, now we have documentaries. Russell Westbrook is producing.
Come on.
Yeah.
Come on,
Yeah.
That's why I said that there was 2 great shows that made America, and they didn't glorify it. They didn't. They just and then you say, wait, what? It was kind of like when Rosewood, the movie, not America itself hasn't seen Rosewood, but Rosewood was a real movie. It's based in Florida, and this is things that are going on not that long ago. If you look at your watch, your grandma could have grew up in Tulsa. Your grandma could have grew up in Rosewood. There's so many stories, there's so many situations, there's so many things that happen in America that don't get taught by the same people teaching you to pray in school and making sure you're not gay. Well, let's make sure we talk about everything that this country has been through. And then, yes, after we're done persecuting the Blacks and the Japanese and the Mexican secondary citizens, we was persecuting gays too. So we, as the self-correcting America, until we self-correct and give acknowledgement to the stuff we've done, I say, hey man, brown pride, gay pride, Black pride, woman's pride. I'm here for that. I'm here for all that because that's America.
Yeah, shout out to William Brown, and also shout out William is my videographer that does all my videos, but he's out in Jamaica celebrating, and he wanted to wish us a happy Juneteenth. And shout out to Renata. She said she received a countrywide email acknowledging Juneteenth, but they were advised that they were still going to be open. One lady turned to her and said that she was glad the bill was passed, but she didn't know anything about it. And so she had to basically educate her. And basically, she said she had in school the Tulsa riots were taught in class. So yeah.
And Renata is from Oklahoma. She's from Oklahoma City. It makes a lot of sense that she was taught about Tulsa riots, because in the Oklahoma education system, it makes sense because it is the state of Oklahoma that this happened in.
Right. And this is what William said. He says sticky thought maybe, but white people or anyone for that matter shouldn't be upset about the idea of celebrating the freedom of slaves in the United States. White and black and many others fought the war too to end it, lost their lives to end it. Celebrate freedom.
Amen.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. So let me ask you this, gentlemen. Growing up in Texas, did you guys get taught Juneteenth in school, or did you learn about it because, hey, you're Texans and it's a tribal thing?
To be honest, I don't remember if I was taught it in school. I do know that there were celebrations about it every year. Like it was something. It was like it was something we celebrated. It was. I mean, like I said, I grew up knowing it like it was the 4th of July. You know what I'm saying? But for black people, that's how I kind of. And then so to come to Oklahoma, and then to also have these celebrations out here, it was kind of that same philosophy. And then, like I said, I've performed at several Juneteenth celebrations and was honored to be able to do that. So that's my history on it. I don't remember being taught it in schools though.
I remember it from having the parades downtown Killeen. Went to a show on Post at Fort Hood, and somebody at Rancier did it during our Black History program of mine. I can't remember who it was.
Okay.
But I remember them talking about it in the gym during February one time at Rancier in my 8th grade year.
Yeah.
So it's funny, y'all, the way y'all say that. I'm from St. Joseph, Missouri, very north of the Mason-Dixon. Not really, it runs right under me. And then I'm right on the border of Kansas. My father's from Kansas. And if you don't know Buffalo Soldiers, blah, 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 Kansas is a very black state when it really mattered, okay? When y'all think about Kansas now, you might not think about that. When you think about Missouri, you might not think about, when you think about Oklahoma, you might not think about black people. But what I'm telling you is the history of these United States. These, not Missouri, Kansas, Oklahoma, Texas are very black states. So growing up, I celebrated Juneteenth. Now, I didn't know the Texas tie-in. I just knew that's when the order for the United States, every black person was free. Because the Emancipation Proclamation is signed, Civil War isn't won yet. A lot of people don't understand that. When Abraham Lincoln signs the Emancipation Proclamation, the war is still going on. So the reality is the people that he says free are the people that are already free for real. They're the ones that are in the northern states, and the northern states are already free. And he's fighting against the Confederacy.
Yeah, 1863.
You see what I'm saying? The Confederate states are still a whole nother country because that's what we're fighting against. Now, later on, we get to tell the story that it's us, it's one united nation, blah, blah, blah. But when the Emancipation Proclamation is signed, it doesn't free everyone. This is how I learned Juneteenth. I'm not telling you guys I'm right, I'm just telling you how I learned it. So when I get older and I go to Texas and I meet a little knucklehead named Ahmad Kennedy, and we're on our way to San Antonio to train over here. Before I know it, hey man, I'm about to go home to do this. What you going home for? I'm going home for Juneteenth. Y'all celebrate Juneteenth? Of course we celebrate Juneteenth. Oh wow. I thought that was just what we did. No, we do it too. So when I get around the world and I'm starting to meet my brothers that are from tribes that I've never met before. When I say a brother from another mother, that means that there's certain things that we do share. And Juneteenth happens to be one of them. I go home for Juneteenth. This will be the first time in almost 4 years I'm not home for Juneteenth, blah, blah, blah. I'm so happy that now I'm going to have at least 3 days to make sure I get home to Missouri or Atchison, Kansas. Because Atchison, Kansas throws one of the best Juneteenth celebrations you ever see. I think the population of Atchison, Kansas is less than 10,000, but believe me, they turn out for Juneteenth. Kind of like Bowley, Oklahoma.
Yeah. Shout out to Sherry. She said she learned about it from her friends in the community, definitely not in school. Brown also says that Kansas was a free state, Jayhawks fighting with Missouri, which was a slave state, bloodiest battles at the border. And then what's going on? Yeah. Shout out to Vixen for checking in. Yeah. This is crazy, man. And also Brown said that I was the one that introduced it to him because he came and filmed one of the shows that I did, and we made a grand event about it. So yeah, man, it just congratulations, fellas, on this. Something great to celebrate, and definitely something that we can talk to our kids about, of it being a first of its kind. It's always great to have that type of history for them growing up. But we have one more thing to get to when it comes to these laws, and then we'll move on to some entertainment stuff and let y'all enjoy y'all's weekend. Mark, tell us about this Eve and Trina battle, the Verzuz. I think you muted, brother. Mark, we can't hear you, brother.
Dare I say, I'm still in love with Eve. While Mark gets it together.
Yeah, Mark, you may want to log out and log back in, brother, and see if it fixes your issue. But while he's doing that, yeah, Eve is
Oh
There
man,
there he is.
there you go.
even
There you go.
Trina
Yeah.
broadcasted live from Miami. Eve from London. Y'all hear me now?
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
good.
yeah, you good. We can hear you, bro.
Hello?
Yeah, we can hear you.
I think it's freezing on us.
Yeah, okay.
He's
Well, why
keep
he-
hitting
why
he's
he's-
hitting the mic too many times. I'm looking at his mic. His mic's muted on my end right now.
Well, it just muted. But while he's figuring that out, Eve just recently stepped away from the was it the talk? She was on there and she stepped away because she was saying she don't see herself coming back to the United States, and she loves it out in London. She's being well taken care of, and so the power of technology, obviously, for her to be able to broadcast from London. Yeah, brother. The thing and the other crazy thing is because what's old girl, my neck, my back? What's
Raw something. Raw. It starts with an R.
Kaya?
Who?
Wasn't it Kaya?
I don't know. Let me shut up. Never mind.
Anyway, but one of them chicks was going hard at Trina, she wanted to do a versus with her, and Trina was like, "No, you're not doing verses with me, boo boo. You ain't got enough songs to be trying to say that you want to do something like that. So nah, absolutely not. But yeah, the fact that she was able to finally to get somebody the caliber of Eve, because yeah, you know how it is with today's society. It's like, bro, what have you done for me lately? And most people know Eve from being most people know Eve. It was Kaya. Most people know Eve from being on the talk. They don't necessarily know her from being a rapper with DMX.
Marlon Terrell Sexton, Louis Collado. They put me down with them Rough Riders. These is my New York brethren.
Yeah.
I knew who the female Pitbull was. You dig what I'm talking about?
100.
Eve has been in my rap collection as long as I can remember. Please continue.
Well, no. And so the fact that they were able to pull this off, and obviously I had the ultimate pleasure, and I mean ultimate pleasure of meeting Trina. So you know what I'm saying, to have, we grew up on Uncle Luke and Trick Daddy. And so, that's where Trina's camp is, Slip and Slide.
You don't know name it.
So,
do the stuff that I do.
Yeah. So the fact that these royalty were able to go back and forth at it, it was an amazing thing. I of course, it's hard for me to get the check into Verzuz. I have so much stuff going on, but I know Mark definitely was into it. Did you get a chance to catch any of it or any highlights or anything?
I seen the highlights. I'm not that big on verses unless I'm a fan of which artist is going up.
Right. That's kind of where I'm at with it.
I heard about Trina and Eve a little late. I would have watched that when I did. It wasn't advertised that well. Let me just say that. It wasn't advertised well, meaning with DMX just passing. Let's clear this up. We know who Trina is because of Trick Daddy and that camp, which is a beautiful camp. I mean, they're still making money together. The Rough Riders, DMX, Jadakiss, Sheik Luch, you know what I'm saying? And then they had this little pit bull over here, man. This fine little thing that was bad, bro. And she spit. Hey, man, you gonna quit showing off on me. You understand? Look, I tried to ignore it, but you left it up to me. I can't stand you. So I'm very upset that I didn't see it. I'm glad Mark's back. I can't wait for him to tell me what he thought about it. Because no, I only seen the highlights, but I loved everything I seen. Chuck Venus is in the Chief is in the comments. What's up, Brody? Have fun down there.
Yeah, have fun out there. Mark, you back, brother? Need to take him off mute. I got him. Go ahead, brother.
My internet must be sponsored by Georgia today, man. I can't get a good signal at all.
Well, you good, brother. You back, man. Give us the rundown of this battle.
Like I was saying, Eve in London, Trina in Miami, looking as good as she wants to look. I think a lot of people got to find out that like I said in my Facebook, I don't know if you've seen it, Ahmad, but I think people might be readjusting their female MC list, and Eve should be added onto that list, like I said many episodes ago. But it was a great battle. Miami looked like they were having a blast. It was packed. It was a packed house. Eve kept saying how much she wanted to be there. I bet she wishes that she did choose to go down. But the music was great. I can't say I picked one to have won the battle because Eve's music was from the past. Mm-hmm. But a lot of people got to find out that she did a lot of features that a lot of people forgot about.
100%. And that's the beautiful thing about Verzuz is being able to be like, oh, I didn't know. I forgot he was on that song. Or I forgot she was on that song. So yeah, that's dope.
Yeah, 5 million plus viewers. I think a lot of people came out to see those two ladies. Congratulations to those two ladies. And Ahmad, I hate you for meeting them.
Listen.
Shut up. I'm not even gonna let him talk about it. I'm not gonna let him talk about that because I hate him too. So,
did you say woo at least one time for me?
And he ain't even a hip hop head like that. He's an R&B dude. Well, so he don't even know where he's at. You know what?
I know where I was at. We opened when I was in.
You didn't deserve it. All right, hey. Now, before I even let you talk, because I'm not gonna let Ahmad talk about this because he makes me upset. I know we were done with entertainment. However,
yeah.
When I got the assignment to come on tonight, everybody, if you guys don't know, the only prep we do, I said, hey, what are the topics so we can make sure we're hot on them? And one of the topics that we had that we might not get to until this conversation came up, Migos dropped a new album, gentlemen. Migos dropped a new album, right?
Who?
Migos.
Yeah, the Migos. They dropped a new album.
The Friends dropped a new album. Go ahead.
So I'm not a big Migos fan. I do love their music. Every once in a while, they'll get a song to come through, and I'll put it in on my life anthem album. This is one of my anthems. The Migos got 3 songs that's literally my life. So with that being said, I'm going to listen when the Migos come. So when I get an assignment, I'm going to listen to the Migos. So I can pull the Migos down. I'm on Apple Music or whatever the hell, whichever.
I know what he's going to say, Ahmad. I bet the beginning of Avalanche got that boy right up out of his chair.
No, I'm already hit you. I'm on a whole nother atmosphere. You got to understand. We just got through talking about 2 dope female MCs. So I'm sitting back and I'm listening to Even Egos and I'm chilling and I'm digging it. And I hear what you say. That's dope. But when Cardi B came in, Cardi B came in on the Migos. And I thought she was the 4th Amigo. You dig what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm.
She rolled the beat. She was on topic. And she almost out-rapped anybody else that was on that song. I don't remember the name of the song. All I remember was Cardi B.
She out-rapped them, guys. She out-rapped them.
Come on, man.
I mean, that just means her writers was on it, and they probably wrote her verse.
Oh my!
What?
Yeah.
Am I saying something that's not?
I don't know. I don't care who wrote it.
I don't care who wrote it either. It's how she delivered it.
JFK wrote
I think
Rachel.
her and Offset did a dang good job on her verse.
I think they
she performed it. She performed it.
She did. She performed it. I'm not listening.
Every song you wrote, Ahmad.
No, but that's the thing. That's exactly what I was about to say. You got to understand, as an R&B artist, that stuff doesn't bother me. My thing is, she is an entertainer. She came into this as an entertainer. She never did say, "I'm writing every bar that she came in to be a star." So, are we mad at Drake? Drake is one of the biggest ones out, and we already know that he has help writing a bar here and there. We know he's an incredible artist, but he still has help too. So that stuff doesn't bother me.
Well, since you being the one bringing it up, you can't say it doesn't bother you because I wasn't even going to mention that. That had nothing to do with my praise to Cardi B. Brought it.
That was just my inner Charles Venus coming out because you know,
okay, right on, right.
You know that would be his thing.
Oh hell yeah!
Because you know he's
like Charles is the old school. He's a real lyricist.
That's right.
He's a hell of a lyricist.
Yeah. But before we get out of here, fellas, I do want to acknowledge what Brittany Rowe said that Mello and Lala are divorcing after 11 years.
I thought they
for now, Brittany. For now,
I thought they was already divorced and been back together and divorced again.
Well, the thing is when he was actually in OKC, she was coming to the games, and this is when she was heavy on Power. He was trying to get her back. And Lala,
that was only after that scene dropped, Ahmad. That was after that scene dropped.
I was trying to get her back.
Everything picked up after that scene dropped because she was hot in these streets. She was hot on social media. Yeah. She was hot everywhere.
Hey, I was waiting for her to return my call. You understand?
Man, I really did think they were going to work it out.
And they still, and I'm with Nurse.
Yeah,
they still could. You know what I mean?
It's not over. She just filed, so Cardi and Offset filed too. So I mean, and they're still.
Yeah, I mean, Lala's just mad because the news about the new twins just came out. That's all that is. He has time to bring that down.
I don't know about that.
Well, some chick just came out talking about the twins that she just had. The twins supposedly were sickly. They were supposed to have the A word, but she had to have them pulled early.
Mm-hmm.
Yada yada. They're here now, and she posted the conversation between her and him. Him asking many questions about Cash, which is the name of one of the twins, and everything's viral right now. You know how it goes when you're a celebrity and your life is in these streets.
Right. Now
he has to do damage control now.
Wait, first off, some of these celebrities want their life in the streets, so it brings them back to the point of topics. So I can't bite, you know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, neither one of these two have I really talked about or have I worried about in a long time. Given the fact, and I'm familiar with the story that Mark just brought up. See, I'm not a gossip columnist. That's not why I'm a Slash brother. You dig what I'm saying?
We just talk anything that's out there. That's all we do.
So all I'll say to that is I thought they was already divorced.
Mm-hmm.
Now that they're filed for divorce, I don't think they're going to really be divorced. And I wish them the best either which way they go. And Lala, if you see this, I mean, my text is probably, you go back 7 years. I've been trying to get you on the team. So, holla at your boy. I ain't hard to find. Bad guy, the Slash brother. I'm all over Facebook. My phone number don't change on purpose. I got too many convicts in my family. So if you find my phone number, it's mine. You can call me, girl.
Yo, we was talking about Verzuz, and we know that finally the paperwork has been signed between Bow Wow and Soulja Boy.
Big Draco.
Big Draco he was clapping at everybody, bro. He was clapping at Young Berg. He was clapping at Charlamagne the God. That boy said, "Put some respect on my name." I
can't put no respect on the kid's name until he figure out where he was born.
Come on.
I need him to figure out that he was looking for his phone and he was on his phone. He was looking for.
Yeah, you seen that too, huh?
Yeah, I saw that. But I'm just saying, man. Bow Wow is going to wash him, and I definitely. Romeo does not have. Listen, Romeo and Soulja Boy would have combined.
They're the same. They're the same.
No, they're not the same.
Yeah, but he doesn't have the catalog, Chris.
Yeah, he don't have a catalog. They would have had.
Soulja Boy does. I apologize. What I'm saying is, I think they're the same. I don't think Soulja Boy has a catalog either.
He don't. I don't think he does.
That's what I'm saying. I think they're the same.
Listen,
Soulja Boy has a catalog, fellas. I'll go ahead and put that out there. I tried to show y'all a couple episodes ago in the comments, but
this is what I'm saying, though, Mark.
They'll find out when the time comes. He'll dominate the club music, the turn up music, and Bow Wow will dominate the verses.
Who you say Soulja Boy will?
No, Bow Wow will dominate the verses, but Soulja Boy will dominate the turn up.
But here's my thing.
I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that.
I don't know his catalog well enough.
That's why you're you, bad guy, and I'm me.
I be in the club, bro. Now, Soulja Boy, when he get a hot song, it's there, but it doesn't have staying power. Meaning, okay, it hit the block, so it's hot that time, but it doesn't. You don't hear it regularly. Like he's never had a classic. Does that make sense? Soulja Boy has never had a classic. I'm an old school cat.
No,
I'll hear a Bow Wow song. I'll hear an old school Bow Wow song before I ever hear an old school Soulja Boy, except Soulja Boy Tell Him. That's the only classic that kid has. That's the only song that I can remember. Now, we can go back and we can name some Soulja Boy songs. I'm like, yeah. And that's why you don't win verses. Because the reality is, it's not just the people that's in the club that's watching verses. It's old school people like me that I don't go to clubs no more. I go to lounges. And it's
old school people like you that verses are for, so that you can say, oh damn. Yeah, this does hit pretty good.
Hey, I'm ready. And I say it years, and I've said it since I've been on here. I got something that y'all don't have. I literally have 4 young adults running through, and I ride. We go on road trips, so I hear their playlist, and I know who they listening to. Soulja Boy has never, ever made a road trip.
Well, here's my thing. I still think if it was going to be a valid versus, it should have been Omarion versus Bow Wow.
There you go. That would have been a good one.
I think it just hasn't happened to mine because I think they feel it's hard to do an R&B cat and a rap cat because they haven't done it yet that I could think of.
I mean, but that's the thing though. It's time to break the mold because
they always do. So you're right.
They're that generation, bro. They're that generation where Chris Brown, an R&B cat, has maybe one of the hottest lyrics, verses during the hottest rap era. You know what I'm saying? Chris Brown, an R&B cat, literally is rapping one of the best rappers, Busta Rhymes, and he went bar for bar with him. So my children literally grew up listening to R&B cats that could really rap. We had R&B cats that tried to rap, they didn't do too well. But these R&B cats can sing and rap at the same time. So Verzuz, I feel like, is ready to see a Bow Wow and a Omarion because they're friends.
I think you have to do like a mindset and break the mold, but you got to do it bigger than that. I think you got to go Chris Brown and Lil Wayne.
Well, the problem is,
I think I'd have a pre-show first. I think we should do Omarion and Bow Wow
or Chris Brown and Drake. I do either one. It doesn't matter. I'm there for whatever verses you put on. You could put Young Ace and Charlie Venus, and I'm gonna be there. It doesn't really matter.
Here it is. Give me that one. I want that one.
Here's my thing, though. I would if Chris Brown would ever decide to do it, because of course he already said can't nobody beat him but him. I still think it should have been a Chris Brown and Usher.
Did you just roll your eyes? Did you just roll your eyes?
I think that's the only person that could battle Usher.
Yeah, but I still want to see Justin and Timberlake, though. I mean, Usher and Timberlake.
I mean, Rick Ross did ask if he could battle someone else again. Maybe they'll do a.
I'm ready for the rematches. I'm down.
2-person battle.
I'm down for the rematches.
I'm still waiting for T.I. and Lil Wayne. It never came out.
Here's the thing about the Rick Ross, right? I just didn't like the disrespect he gave 2 Chainz, bro. Like I'm just like, man, listen, we supposed to be celebrating each other, and you really just was on some different stuff, bro. I'm cool on that, man.
My professional opinion,
Mm-hmm.
Rick Ross was too much into character. He forgot we was doing it for the culture. I think
Right.
I literally think he thought he
I
was
could
supposed
agree
to be
with
Rick
that.
Ross instead of, hey man, let's just have fun. Like you got caught up, you was doing the wrong part.
Mm-hmm.
It was more the ego instead of the music.
Right, because 2 Chainz took it like it was supposed to. Like 2 Chainz took it serious because he knew the Titan he was going up against. You know what I'm saying? So
And Rick Ross got great music.
he does. He does. He has great music.
And 2 Chainz knew that people didn't realize how many hits he really had.
He really does. He's there, man. 2 Chainz is there. He's he's part of the culture. He moved it to where we are now. Where we are now, we would have Migos for real. Like I think the first time I heard Migos, 2 Chainz did they beat. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. That Atlanta sound is real, and 2 Chainz is part of it. Right.
And like y'all said, I think Fabulous was in character, and Jadakiss showed them that I really do have some jams, and y'all need to listen to this.
Come on, man. Now look. Now you really want to talk. We want to talk lyricists. Give me a Fab and Jadakiss. You see what I'm saying? Those two right there. That's that old school lyric stuff.
Hey, who would Jim Jones match up with?
See, I don't really like Jim Jones. Jim Jones is cool. He's good for the culture.
I don't know.
He's just one of those guys that you're not that big a deal. I like you, but I'd rather hear Cameron rap. You see what I'm saying? I'd rather hear out of your camp. If it came to your camp, give me Cameron instead of you, bro. Like you can't represent your camp.
Yeah, I mean, at the camp, I would rather hear Cameron and Jules Santana.
Yeah, man, Jules Santana versus Murphy Lee. You see what I'm saying? Because if it ain't Nelly and Cameron, will give me Murphy Lee.
Now, what about this? What would y'all think about this? What about Wu-Tang Clan versus the Dungeon Family?
Oh shit!
I mean, I'm too biased. I can't do it.
The black culture might crumble because that's where I think then we'll see where the real divide is. You see where the real divide is.
Exactly.
You'll see
exactly the same way we seen it with Snoop and DMX.
Yeah, like I mean, it is what it is. It's like no, there's no really because the Wu-Tang, Marlon, Terrell, and D Young, my partners, when I hit Tinker Air Force Base, they're coming out the East Coast and they love Wu-Tang.
Mm-hmm.
Me and Charles Vaughn was representing the Outcasts, which in turn represents the Dungeon. You see what I'm saying? So we going back and forth. But if you ever made us choose, it's automatic which side we're going to stand on, regardless.
Automatic.
But the celebration of that music, the views that would.
Oh man, come on, give it to me. They ready for that because the reality is.
But did y'all see that Swiss Beats was asking who we wanted to see? He was giving you 2 people and asking what you think about it. They're up to something. They're trying to put something together.
Hey man, because it's some dope stuff. And hey, and I'm all for it. I think Outkast, excuse me, I keep saying Outkast. I apologize to the Dungeon because the Dungeon is deep. The Dungeon is deep as Wu-Tang. I would love to see the Dungeon versus Wu. I think it would be great. I think it would be great for the culture. You got to remember, I'm an E40 fan, and when him and Too Short got together, I was like, that's exactly what I was dreaming about. I'm waiting on 8-Ball and MJG. You see what I'm saying? 8-Ball and MJG and UGK. You know, and rest in peace, Pimp C. I would love to see, you know what I'm saying, for the culture, meaning we know what this is. This is what we grew up with.
But they said that was supposed to be on this season of the Verzuz.
Hey, man, give it to me.
Yeah,
give it to me.
But he asked, he wanted to know who we wanted to see against Mary, who we wanted to see against Diddy, and who we wanted to see against Boosie.
Speaking of that, you see your boy Dennis out here jumping out here talking about B versus Mary, that B was gonna get taken care of.
Yeah, I did see that, and I'm pretty sure you seen my comment too.
Oh yeah, we both got him, bro.
Because I know the president of the He Hive isn't trying to hear nothing about that.
Nah.
All I'm gonna say to that is they're almost different generations. Mary is dope. I think Mary will bring an old flavor that Beyonce didn't realize she had. Let's clear this up. There's gonna be a lot of fans that haven't been on Verzuz that's going to come that Mary helped get through. That the Beehive ain't y'all. That's that young. Y'all got that young stuff going on. Mary J, my great auntie. knows Mary J. You see what I'm saying? There's something that Mary J can bring something to Beyonce that she ain't ready for. I would rather see Beyonce versus Erykah Badu. I'd rather see the duism versus.
I'm not Erykah Badu versus Jill Scott or something, bro.
That was beautiful. You missed it. That was one of the first. That was one of the first.
That was. I'm
that was
sorry.
one. No, hey, look, because you said it, because you know I love.
Yeah.
And the reality is, it was still friendly back then. We wasn't taking score. It was just a good time. It was at the beginning of the COVID.
Right.
So as I told you, I'm ready for rematches, so we can really score it.
Well, Tim and
the first rematch was May 31st. Tim versus Swiss.
Yeah, they rematch.
Right. I didn't watch it. I apologize.
That's all good.
But like you said, I'm ready for another rematch of T-Pain and Lil Jon. I'd like to see that again, although T-Pain will lose again.
Somebody dig up Nate Dogg. God, if we could get Nate Dogg, because see the T-Pain, Lil Jon, Nate Dogg, there was a time they said it was a hit if Nate Dogg was singing on it. Y'all remember Nate Dogg was killing the game for a long time.
Oh yeah,
he was on every hook.
Very long.
So Jeremiah's the new Nate Dogg then.
Is that what they saying?
Well, Jeremiah, I mean, he hadn't really released a solo album in a while, but he's been featured on so much stuff, singing
on every coast.
I love
it. Yeah. Of course, he had real bad COVID at one time, so everybody was like, "Yo, we got to get brother back." So yeah. But yo, man.
But Boosie, real quick, Boosie, when he asked about Boosie, he got Webby to jump on there, and Webby, he asked who would be good against Boosie. Webby said, "How about me?"
But does Webby's catalog go long enough? I like Webby. I love it when they was together. But does Webby's catalog go long enough?
That part I
think it goes long enough, but I don't think he has nowhere near the features of Boosie.
Yeah. That's good. We gotta go back and look at that.
Hey man, y'all better leave my boy Lil Zane alone, bro. Y'all better leave my boy alone.
I ain't doing it.
That was all. I ain't doing it. That was all.
I ain't doing it. I appreciated what he did for my boy, but I ain't doing it.
Yeah. It was funny because I was walking around. So we were going to meet up with him. He was at the mall. And we were shopping. I was walking past and didn't even know it. He is shorter than me, bro. You
lying?
Not at all. He is for real, Lil Zane. Like, look. Your boy, because I'm 5'3", he got to be 5. I might give him 5'1".
-5, huh?
But no, I no disrespect, man. Shout out to Zane. That dude could put on a show. And then, like I said, he did put me on my first 3-city tour in Killeen, San Antonio, and Austin. And for that, I salute him because he didn't have to do it. Very down-to-earth person. And it's one of those times where it wasn't an age we had cell phones like that to take selfies and pictures and stuff. Because, yo, man, when I say this dude shut down the mall, brother, I was an R&B singer playing security, bro. Because I was like, man, it was crazy. We had to throw him in the van and dip out. It was crazy. It was dope to see something like that. But yeah, y'all better put some respect on Lil Zane name.
Hey, if Zane and Young Bird did the verses, it only lasts 10 minutes.
Oh my God.
Branch is mean, boy. Hey, I thought I was the meanest, boy. Branch is mean.
Well, it lasts a whole 10 minutes. But shout out to the research department. Happy birthday, Mel.
Happy birthday.
Chucky V. Y'all be safe out there.
Yeah, what else I got going on this weekend?
So depending on these thunderstorms, man, Ohio got a good two or three Juneteenth celebrations. I'm going to check out. I'm going planning to go down to Springboro. My homeboy Craig Ferguson got something popping off down there. And then I plan to go to the Oregon district, which happens to be our little bar district. They got something going on. I'm going to check that out tomorrow, depending on, well, I'm going to be there regardless. Umbrella in hand, you know what I'm saying? But before we leave off me, man, shout out to the Brown family. Big brother David, man, we praying for you. I know you're going to get on through this, man. Love you, bro. You're a great stand-up father. Happy Father's Day to you, bro. I'm going to say that right now for the Slash Brothers. I'm praying. Naya, you know we go all the way back. Me, Naya, and Ahmad, we've been together a long time.
Yep. We got off the bus together. Got off the bus together.
Man, off the bus together. That's the real thing. So
yeah.
Day one, when I say day one, man, being a grown adult, these is my day one friends, man. And Shout out to the Brown family, man. David Brown, bro, we praying for you. Slash Brotherz got your back. We love you.
Mark, what you got, bro?
Man, like I said, I'll be getting up at 10 a.m. And if my back allows me, I'll be doing this walk with Miss Opal Lee tomorrow morning.
Praise.
And then I have a Juneteenth housewarming birthday celebration all in one tomorrow night with my cousin. Happy birthday, Monty Hardiman. And that's about it for me. That and physical therapy, you know me.
Yeah, man, we still praying for your strength, brother. For real, for real. And we surely appreciate you taking your time to fill in for Charles while he's out celebrating. And I want to shout out to everybody in the comments: Brown, Renata, Sherry, Vixen, yeah, anybody else that was just watching. Oh, definitely can't forget Brittany Rowe. Thank y'all so much for checking into the Slash Brothers. We will not be here Tuesday. Charles will be making it back from vacation, so we will follow up with you all next Friday. So join us next Friday, the Slash Brothers, and we appreciate y'all checking in with us, spending a little bit of y'all's time with us, and we outro. Yeah.
Bad guy, we might got to hold it down for him one time, man.
I was about to say we're going to hijack it Tuesday.
Yeah, hijack Tuesday. I'm with it. Terrible Tuesdays. Let's do
it. Might be an X-rated version.
Yeah.
We might not even have a podcast anymore. We out, y'all.
Love y'all. God bless.
It doesn't matter what your name is.
Slash Brotherz Podcast, the greatest podcast of all time. The Slash Brotherz Podcast, the greatest podcast.
Can you
of
dig
all
it,
time.
sucker?
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that. Word.